So these have been sitting here for about a month. What I did initially was I sterilized the grain. So in order to do that, I had to put it through a pressure cooking process and make sure that there was no other mold spores, nothing else like that to grow on it, to contaminate it before the mycelium took hold. This one was actually started from a liquid culture, which means that they took a little bit of mycelium and put it into a nutrient-dense broth, and the mycelium grew from there. And then it's in a syringe, so I could take that syringe and inject it right into here, and eventually it will just colonize the entire jar. From there, you can shake it up and spread it out. So this is these are oats.
Oats. Okay, yeah. So that's the medium.
Yep.
Then you took the broth, put it in with the oats, and yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the oats provide enough nutrition for them to get started and to really start growing and consuming things. And then, yeah, once we get it into the garden, not only is it going to provide you with mushrooms as fruits, it's going to improve the quality of your soil. It's going to help with breaking things down and just building more life back up into your soil. So
it sounds like it's a fairly easy process. It takes some time.
It takes some time.
But could pretty much everybody who was interested in doing this do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. As long as you keep the idea in mind that you need to have a sterile technique when you first start out, you're golden for the rest.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Great.
So it should be awesome. We're looking at fruits in about 4 months, I would say.
And that'll give all through the
garden.
All through the fall.
The fall, and then you'll also have fruits again in the spring.
So every year.
Every year you'll get fruits again and again, as long as, and especially if you leave some to drop their spores, you'll get more mycelium growing. You'll get a new generation growing.
Does mycelium die out then?
Eventually, it will start sort of just start to kind of fade out and run its course through its life. Now, new mycelium is constantly growing, but eventually it will get tired, especially if it doesn't have a food source to continue consuming.
But if it's dropping spores, then theoretically
it will be there forever. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, as long as it's dropping spores and it has a food source, it'll be there. Why the cardboard? Because the mycelium is on grain. So we're trying to sandwich it in between the cardboard to keep critters like mice and squirrels and things from eating the grain before it has a chance to colonize. So once it's on the cardboard, it'll colonize faster. And then if the grain gets eaten, it's okay because mycelium is already spread out. This is why you use wide mouth jars, so you can fit your hand in there.
You want to wash it out of there with the hose?
You can. It won't hurt anything. It's just mycelium. So things like that, you can just break that up, and that's just a ton of mycelium chunks growing on there. Yeah, you can walk on it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, there are some mushrooms that won't fruit unless it has some kind of trauma. So you have to, if you're going to grow the mushroom in your own home, you have to simulate like a tree falling. So basically you take your block of mycelium and you throw it on the ground, and that will tell the mushrooms, okay, the tree fell, it's time for us to start fruiting.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, there's...
the communication that goes on, huh?
Absolutely. It's wild.
It's like you're talking to them.
Smoking mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you think about we're so much more closely related to mushrooms than we are to plants.
Really?
They breathe in oxygen, they breathe out carbon dioxide.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They need a lot of the same conditions that humans need to thrive.
Sunlight.
They don't need sunlight, like we don't need it, but we yeah, to be able to be healthy, we need some sunlight, we need some air, we need the airflow. If they don't have like fresh air blowing through, they won't fruit. Or you'll get really leggy, like a tomato reaching for light. You'll get a really leggy mushroom.
Otherwise, a fight.
All right. All right, this is still sealed. And that one smells the exact same way.
Yeah.
It's like it's tangy. It's good though.
Yeah, it's a little tangy.
Yeah. All right.
We're planting mushrooms.
They're also known as garden giants because they can get really big.
Like,
Yeah, I've seen
look,
it.
like
I've
this.
seen them, yeah. The caps are
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. They can get.
Up to this size.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've had them here,
Yeah.
over in that area there.
One thing to note about them that you might want to let your gardeners know is you don't want to eat them more than 3 days in a row. It can eventually cause like just stomach upset, like GI upset, which is the case really with any mushroom. But there are warnings out there that just let you know, like 3 days and then take off for a little while and don't eat them.
So here come the morels.
I'm gonna overflow them on the sides. And the nice part about it is you can grow them pretty similarly because they grow on similar things. Like they are wood-loving type, so they really like to eat the wood chips. They like to eat the cardboard. They like to eat grasses, like straw. But there are some mushrooms out there that will only grow on certain things.
But you said you liked straw. You like to use straw.
I do
Is
like
it-
to use straw. The only problem with it is they consume it so quickly. It's such a fast metabolizing nutrient source for them that they go through it so fast you have to either keep replenishing it or you just let the mycelium eventually die off from starvation. The wood chips, it takes a little bit longer, so you do want to replenish it, but you have more time before they actually go through it and consume it all.
Gotcha.
So, and eventually this won't pop up anymore once it's been soaked through.
At the beginning of that pond.
Right here. So if we get rain, obviously you don't have to water it. The goal is to just keep the area damp until the mycelium really takes off, and then underneath, as long as it's damp, you're good. On top, if it's dry, no big deal. All right, take care.
Save a little bit more for one more spot here.
Yeah, we can do that. I got
Okay.
enough for one more little spot. Tuck it in for its little nap.
It's a little comforter.
That's right. Make sure it doesn't get eaten. It's just 20 yards. What was that?
20? I thought it was 10.
I mean, it's 20.
The 5 that's already sitting there.
The pile that's already sitting there, it's half of 5. It's 2.5 yards.
So you can remember where all these are, John?
Yep. Put it in an email, send it to me.
We have a record.
All right. So we'll get this kind of spread out. There we go. That one's tucked in real nice.
Like a sleeping bag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you really can step on it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, step on it. Looks like you actually have, here's mycelium. It's not, I don't know what kind of mycelium it is, but, and all this white growth in here, that's all mycelium.
Just naturally.
Yep, naturally growing into
This
current
is where
here.
those wine caps appeared last year.
Ah,
So, yep. So maybe now you'll get both, morels and
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot of friends.
that would be really cool.